More growth hormone's muscle sparing. Absolutely, you're all right. What you're not right about is it's going to preserve more muscle than eating protein. Fasting. This word has been a trigger to so many people who have written me private messages, hundreds and hundreds of messages, calling me an idiot because I don't fast, that I'm stupid, that I don't know anything, that I should read a book, that all this research says how great the benefits of fasting are, and so on. And so I'm here to give you my opinion on fasting, when it's applicable, why I personally don't fast, and by the end of the video, you will understand fasting, its benefits, when to do it, when not to do it, and you will no longer think I'm an idiot because I know everything about fasting. Trust me, I read more than you can ever imagine on all topics related to health and fitness. Just because I don't personally do it doesn't mean I don't understand it. So the first reason that I don't fast is it is not ideal for muscle growth. My goal is not longevity. My goal, if it was longevity, would not include taking steroids. I would not be trying to get jacked. I wouldn't have taken growth hormone. I wouldn't have done steroids unless advised by a doctor. I wouldn't have taken SARMs. I wouldn't have done a lot of stuff. It doesn't benefit you to live longer to be 200 pounds of muscle and have your BMI out of the range, even though it's muscle weight, okay? So my goal is not maximum life expectancy. My goal is maximum muscle. I eat 5 meals a day with protein in it. Everyone keeps writing, you bodybuilders in your 8 times a day, eat every 2 hours. I never eat every 2 hours. 5 meals in 24 hours. I don't care what math degree you have. It doesn't divide by 2 and equal 5 meals. I often go 4 and 5 and 6 hours without eating. Often. I'm not obsessed with eating every 2 hours. Everyone keeps talking about how fasting is going to preserve muscle. It is not. You think it's preserving muscle. Why? Oh, well, studies show that you have increased growth hormones when you don't eat for, say, 18 hours, for example. Okay, here's the example. Let's assume that it does. Let's say it does. Great. More growth hormone's muscle sparing. Absolutely, you're all right. What you're not right about is it's going to preserve more muscle than eating protein. So here it is. The increase in growth hormone basically would be like me hiring in extra workers to come and build my house. So now I got a staff of 10 instead of 5. I haven't eaten any protein in 18 hours, so they're all sitting around on their asses waiting for some nails. They can't build a stinking house. They're sitting there waiting. I'd rather have one guy working on my house, but he has a hammer and nails, and he can work on the house, than 10 guys sitting on their ass because they have no building blocks. If you're not eating for 18 hours, what is building the muscle? Your heart? Let's use your organs. Where is the muscle? Where is the protein coming from? You need amino acids. You need them, as in must have them. Cannot build it without it. You need that, you need water, and you need energy to build muscle. I already made a video on this. So, I don't care if you think that there's enhanced growth hormone. Enhanced growth hormone might help preserve some muscle, but that doesn't mean build muscle. It means lose less. Lose less. Do I want to lose less muscle? No, I want more muscle, okay? So forget that. That argument makes no sense. Feel free to write a bullshit comment in the comment section below. You are wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. I don't care if you read 16 books and you keep repeating about all these scientists that prove this and that. They didn't prove that it builds more muscle than eating 5 protein meals a day. Sorry. Next, autophagy. People think I'm an idiot and don't even know what autophagy is. Autophagy is the removal of dead cells. People keep it, oh, you don't know the benefits of fasting and autophagy. As if I don't know more than you about it. Of course, there's a few, maybe 1% that maybe know more that are big into fasting and read every book and are scientists. But in general, I know the shit out of this stuff, okay? Just trust me. I know what it is. I know what autophagy is. Yes, fasting has its benefits. The autophagy, that does happen. They don't know exactly the amount of hours required. Is a 12-hour fast enough? 16? Basically, from my research, 18 hours seems to be long enough of a fast to be able to provide that benefit, okay? Do I think you should fast for 5 days straight? No! You're gonna lose muscle for sure. It's stupid. And they'll quote studies saying you don't lose muscle until 72 hours of a fast. Yeah, not 71, not 73, 72 hours. Come on, that's stupid. You can't say the exact moment in time from any study when you start losing muscle. That's stupid. With autophagy, that's going to make you live longer. Fasting has benefits in terms of longer life. Those of you who are taking steroids and trying to get jacked are not really thinking, I want to live to be 100 years old. We're thinking, I want to get jacked and bench 500 pounds. That's literally what's happening. Now, 90% of my clients don't compete, but 90% of my clients still want to burn fat and build muscle and look good. Nobody hires me and wants to look like a fat piece of shit. They don't. They don't say, my goal is I want to look like that bag of milk you keep talking about. No, it doesn't happen. I don't coach anyone like that. I coach some powerlifters, some strongman competitors that want to be bigger, and so we eat more and we bulk up, but they still not like obese. They're not crazy. They're not like eating to the point of like force feeding to get super fat. They're still healthy people. They're strong and healthy. All right, well, you're avoiding autophagy, and so you're not going to live as long. But did you not consider this? Probably most of you don't know this. When you do hard, intense exercise, this also promotes autophagy. Do you think I do hard, intense exercise? I race bicycles. I ride all the time. I sprint. I go all out. I'm all in on the bike, trying to set PRs. My heart rate's through the roof. I'm going nuts. Sometimes the rides are 2+ hours and my glycogen stores are depleted. I'm doing this on a diet. I'm pushing myself hard. Not even a moderate pace. Hard-ass cardio. The kind that like Olympic level athletes would do. All in. Intense. Crazy hard. Balls in. Going all out. Guess what? That creates the removal of dead cells just like your fasting is. If you want to live longer and you're just sitting on your ass like a couch potato, but you're fasting 18 hours a day, you eat 1 meal a day, say, whatever, yeah, you're getting autophagy. But you can't sit there and say that me training 2 to 3 hours a day isn't getting that same benefit. I'm getting all the same benefits as you, but I'm also building more muscle and I'm eating 5 times a day. I don't need to fast because I'm eating 5 meals a day and doing hard cardio and I'm getting those same benefits. And by the way, keto dieters, they often experience these benefits of autophagy as well, low glycogen stores and so on. I'm sure you'll comment below. Everyone loves these keto diets except for me. I don't like keto. I have energy when I eat carbs. Keto, I have a horrible sense of well-being and I just brain fog I do not feel good on. If you don't train hard, you need to fast to get those benefits of autophagy. If you are a hard training athlete, you don't need to fast to get the same benefits. Another benefit of fasting. So people will say, you know, I fast and I lost 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds. It worked. Yes, it worked. It didn't just work because you fast. It worked because you were in a calorie deficit. If your calorie level is needed to be here to maintain your weight, and say it's 200 pounds, and you fast and now you eat this many calories, your body weight goes down. That's how it works. You could have ate 10 times a day and had that many calories. It's calories in, calories out. No matter how you make that happen, you're going to get weight loss. And then you say, well, I did all my blood work and I tested and I fasted, and now my blood work came back better. I have lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure, lower risk of heart disease, lower chance of diabetes, type 2, all because of fasting. It's fasting that did that. It's not fasting. It's the fact that you lost weight. It's not the fasting. It's that you lost weight. Think about it. Had you lost the same amount of weight eating 5 meals a day, you don't think that you would have gone to the doctor and had better blood work and been healthier? Even better, you ate 5 meals a day and you exercised and then you got tested. Do you think that's not going to improve your fitness? If your goal is not to build muscle, okay, I have a small portion of people who do hire me, maybe 5%, they don't want muscle, a small portion. I've had people hire me. I've coached people to fast. I've had people on their diets plans eating 2 meals a day, for example. I do it. I coach the client, not just force my methods on them. People think, I get comments all the time, you think it's your way or the highway, that you're the only one that knows anything. I know everything. Yes, I know everything. But I'm not saying you have to do what I do. I'm not forcing you to ride a bicycle. I'm not forcing you to the gym. I have people who hire me that don't lift weights at all. And I don't even encourage them to. I ask them, what do you want to do? What's your goal? What do you like? I like riding my Peloton bike at home. Awesome. Yes. Do you want muscle? No, I want to look thinner when I come in the room. I don't want to be obese. Boom. Then let's do this. How many times do you want to eat? Well, I don't really like eating that often and prefer big meals. I like to have a big meal at supper each day. Boom. We're going to do 3 meals a day. You're going to ride that bike and you're going to lose weight and be healthier. And I track and monitor and we do that. I don't force 5 meals a day on everyone. I don't. So don't think you know me and don't think you know my coaching. And every client's different. They are custom plans based on what you need. I give people the knowledge and then I do the best I can do for them, putting me in their shoes. I literally would put their shoes on my feet and I'm in their shoes and I think, okay, now that I've become that person, what would I do in their body to make them achieve their goals? That's how I do it. I imagine myself as them and I'm living their life. And if they say, I get up at 3 a.m. and I want to ride a bicycle, boom, do it. Some of my clients do fasted cardio even though I don't, because there's no benefit to it in terms of burning more fat. But if you like it, it's good to do. So another benefit of fasting here, you don't have time to meal prep all the time. Obviously, there's more work to making 5 meals than 1. There just is. You have to clean dishes more often. If you don't have any time and you don't want to have snacks and you're not really educated on what to do, it's easier to fast because you don't have to think about it as much, okay? The problem with fasting and only eating 1 meal a day is it's so much more important to have the proper choices of what you eat. So much more important. If you're only eating once a day, the protein choice you need fast-acting protein right away, like whey protein, because you haven't eaten in, say, it's 18 hours. You need some protein to get in right away. You don't want it to be a steak. Steak's going to take too long to digest. But if you only have whey protein, that's going to be absorbed really quickly, and then you're going to have no more building blocks to build muscle in the hours after you start fasting. So you need to start with your high fast absorbing protein. You have to end with slow digesting protein, like the steak, for example, or salmon, like something with some fats, healthy fats. And you need vegetables, and it's only 1 meal, and so you're gonna have a hard time getting all them calories if it's all healthy, but you still need fiber. You need it. If you don't have the fiber, you're not going to be as healthy. You can't argue that you're going to be as healthy eating 1 meal a day because of fasting, because of autophagy and life expectancy going on, if you're eating the wrong foods and you're skipping out on your vegetables and fruits and your antioxidants and your nutrient-dense foods. You need all these things, okay? So it's much more difficult. If you eat 5 meals a day, it was fast protein, it was slow absorbing protein, whatever. You're eating 5 times in the day. It's less important. And another final benefit of fasting is really, it kind of takes the challenge of of meal prepping out. It makes it easier. You just have these rules, kind of like a set rule. I can only eat from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That's it. If I follow that one rule, I will lose weight. That works for people. Does it work for me? It would if I did it. I could easily do it. I just wouldn't like it. For optimal performance, I need to eat more often than that. If I eat from 6 to 8, and I try to go and do exercise the next day at 4 o'clock, I'm running low on fuel. I'm not going to be able to put out enough watts on my bike or leg press enough weight to feel and build the muscle and, just push myself to that limit. High performance athletes, it's not going to work. But just the average person, you just have this rule, it's going to work. Now, the way I do it, rules work. If you follow them, every diet works if you follow it. If it's a proper diet, it works. Calories in, out. That's all you need to do. Doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to avoid fructose because there's fructose in fruit. No, you don't have to do that stupid shit. You eat whatever. If it's in a deficit, you lose freaking weight. People can't put the fork down. If you just had this basic rule and said, eat 3 meals a day and don't eat more than 500 calories each meal, how could you gain weight? You're at 1,500 calories. If that's below your calorie requirements, you're going to lose weight. You could have rules like keto. You can't eat carbs. So it helps people. They cut out a food group. Easy. Carnivore diet. Whatever. You have a certain rule, and if you follow it, it happens. My rule is I don't eat a lot of shit, and I have a certain calorie limit. I have a lot of little rules, which I can actually break sometimes and still get my benefits. But in general, it's just you have to mentally decide, I am going to follow this plan. I am going to follow this plan. If it's eating between 6 and 8 and that you follow it, it's going to work. For me, if it's 5 meals a day and it's 3 French toast, not 4, but 3, and I eat the 3, well, that's the rule that I followed it. If it's choose from these 70 meals that I give you on your diet plan, and all you have to do is pick one of those 70 on meals 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then on meal 5, you pick from this 20 list of choices, and you eat one of those meals, you lose weight, that's a rule that you can live by. Most people need to eat food that tastes good. That's why my diets work. They taste good. You have a lot of choices. It doesn't feel like you're on some crazy diet. You don't have the rebound. If you're fasting and you follow that 2-hour window, 6-hour, whatever, and it works for you, good, awesome. However, it's not ideal to build muscle. So stop arguing with me that fasting is better than my plan. It is not better. Mine isn't better either, but it is better at building muscle. And if your goal is to maximize muscle growth, that's where my argument lands. That's where it falls. That's where we're going to agree to disagree. You can say all day long, any quote from any study, any cherry-picked bullshit study that you feel like. They'll do a study 1,000 times over, and the one time it works, let's pick that study and, see, I proved it. That's how simple it is. Flipping a coin, heads or tails. 50-50 chance it's going to be heads. Oh, study shows it always flips heads when a girl flips it. She flipped 10 in a row, 10 heads in a row. Proof, there it is, there's a study. Always heads. They just did the study over 1,000 times. In 1 in every 1,024 chance, you're going to get 10 heads in a row. It's just 2 exponent 10, 1 over 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12,024, and so on. It's just math. It's just, if you do it enough, it's going to happen. If you flip the coins enough, you'll get 1,000 times in a row. It'll be heads. You'll be like, oh my God, it's magic. It's not magic. It's luck. It's odds. It's statistics, okay? It's simple. So anyway, studies are bullshit. 30% of studies have been proven to be bullshit. So 7 out of 10 studies are good. But if you cherry pick the 30% that's bullshit, you can prove anything you feel like. That's what a lot of people do. They pick all these things. Oh, eating fruit makes you fat. Bullshit study. Chopping wood before training builds 42% more muscle. Bullshit. What kind of bullshit is this? Fasting for 18 hours builds more muscle. Does it? Compared to what? Taking steroids and not working out builds this much more muscle. No, it doesn't. It's just some bullshit study that said this, and it didn't have the proper way. It wasn't done right. It was luck. It was a chance. Taking Anavar causes blindness. What? Because one person took Anavar and got blind? It was the Anavar? It wasn't the fact that they got poked in the eye by 2 knives? No, it was the Anavar. Do you know how many times people write me? Thousands? Like thousands of people write me that they took a certain supplement and it caused this. I'm going to make a top 10 list of the stupidest things people have said about what supplements to do. It's unbelievable what some people associate with. I started taking Ostrine and now my penis doesn't get hard and I'm having vision problems and I sweat all the time at the gym. And it's like, it had nothing to do with something else that you changed in your life. Oh, I started taking this supplement and now I'm weak. So you think the steroids make you weaker, or the fact that you're on keto eating 800 calories a day and you lost 50 pounds? Of course you're weak. You're not eating and you lost 50 pounds. Steroids aren't going to make you stronger. Anyway, that's enough of this. Hopefully you like my rant on fasting. I'm not against you for fasting. I'm just saying I don't want to fast because I don't want to have less muscle. I like having muscle. And I will live long because I exercise very intensely, unless I get hit by a car and they kill me because I'm doing all this cardio. So anyway, GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Instagram. Check out my posts. We have awesome debates, discussions. We talk about everything on there. Let's bloop up some other videos. You want to watch my videos? They're going to be entertaining. If not educational, at least they entertain. Don't listen to anything I say. I know nothing about nothing. I'm out.